Welcome to this video, which is about obtaining DC student eligibility lists from My New Hampshire DOE for direct certification, as well as information on the various ways of recording this data. Okay, so let's just take a moment to review what you've previously learned. First, you have set up your account and you can access My New Hampshire DOE. And you know the three query types, which are eligible roster, query by file, and query by student. Before we begin, you might wonder how the information gets into My New Hampshire DOE in the first place. Well, each school district has an I4C coordinator who keeps student lists with SACID numbers. This coordinator makes sure that the information is updated by adding the information to My New Hampshire DOE. The information then is broken down into the various queries available to you and is updated on a monthly basis. Here is the link that will take you to the contacts for each of the SAUs. The link will take you to this page. You'll also see that when you come here that this document is broken down by SAU ID, SAU name, the contact, the administrative phone, as well as the email. So let's get back to you and obtaining your lists. Essentially, the process is quite simple. You obtain student lists and record them in the POS so that as the DC official, you know which students are eligible for DC. Just a point to make. These lists are highly confidential, and only you and whomever is recording the lists should ever know the identity of the child. Your SAU will have determined which point of service system, such as Excel or a computerized program, you will use to maintain the list of eligible students. If you use a computerized system, there are many different applications available. Here is a little activity you might consider, as this could be a good resource for you. Search the internet for some application programs and create a database or a Word document with their pros and cons as well as methods of access. Please note that selecting the point of service system is a district decision and they will determine the best application for them. So back to your DC lists. After logging into your account, you obtain the lists. Once again, do you remember which queries you have a choice of? If you thought of student name, file, and eligible roster, you're right. So let me show you what this list might look like. I'm going to take you to the account. You're going to sign in. Select here, direct certification, and this brings you to the various queries. You can choose any query you like, and when you do, you simply follow the directions. I'm going to show you how to do this using eligible roster. What you're going to do first, let me just make this obvious for you. Here we go. You're going to select your SAU. You're going to choose here. Now I'm not going to do that. You're going to select what you want. I'm not going to do that because remember, the lists are highly confidential. I don't have the right to know, nor do you, unless you select your SAU. So what I'm going to do is show you this. You would do this. You would click here. But I'm going to show you this. This is what your list might look like. You notice that I've blocked off the confidential information. So this list will be entered in your point of service, which may be the computerized application or saved in one of the file formats discussed earlier. Obtaining lists from My New Hampshire DOE can be repeated as many times as you would like. Eligibility data is updated with new data on a monthly basis. However, the query by file can be completed and data reviewed at any time. So this concludes this presentation. I appreciate being able to walk you through the steps of downloading the DC student eligibility lists and entering the data into the point of service that your school district has selected. You also have a quiz to take regarding the information in this video session as well as the others. If you would like, please review all sessions before taking the